How can you create family traditions that will shape your family and bless you with memories forever? My wife and I have created so many wonderful traditions in our family, and we just want to share with you some of them and encourage you to create some of your own. Who are we? I'm Dr. Manny Scott. This is my beautiful better half, Alice Scott. Say hi, sweetheart.
Hello.
She's like walking Christmas.
No, I'm
and we've been married 23 years. We have 3 amazing teenagers. We have so many traditions in our family that we created, that some we inherited, some we created. We want to share those with you. So be sure to like, subscribe to this channel. We believe that the Word of God, when it's learned and applied, can help you flourish in every area of your life. And so we're trying to provide practical wisdom to help you flourish in every area of your life, in terms of your health, your wealth, your relationships, and how you serve, how you work, how you live as an educator, speaker, teacher, as a minister. Right? So we are not perfect examples.
No.
We're just living examples.
Amen.
And we are just trying to be a blessing to someone out there who wants more out of life, who wants to be happy, and you're searching for role models, you're searching for mentors. And so we're just trying to serve as best as we can. All right. So let me ask my beautiful better half, my wife, a question. What is it about family traditions that makes them so meaningful to you?
That's a good question. You didn't tell me about that one.
Well, I got to surprise you and keep you on your toes.
What is it about family traditions that make them so meaningful?
Because I'll be honest, sometimes she's done stuff in the beginning. I'm like, come on, bro, I ain't trying to do all of this. Like, I don't want to. So how did you get this way? Why are traditions so important to you?
That's a good question. I think they're what bind us. They're what make us us. They're what give us great memories and make us, you know how sometimes there are things like we'll say or do, you know, you might last to the car rotten egg, and like everybody knows to run and sprint to the car, you know. Yeah. Like they're the things that make us special and make us uniquely the Scott family. And even, you know, like you said, some of them are passed down. Some of these are traditions that I inherited from my own family and we've implemented into ours. And then there's some that we've created, you know, ourselves. So I think they make you family. I think they connect you and bind you in ways that are beautiful.
Beautiful, just like you. So when we got married and our first son was on the way, and then our second son came a year later. But when my first son came, he was on his way.
We don't recommend that. At least 2 years.
Yeah, give yourself some space. I mean, and we love our children.
Oh, absolutely.
But man, don't go to Maui on your anniversary because you come back with a breathing souvenir. And we've been blessed. But like, I genuinely did not come from a family that had like a lot of traditions. Like we just, as I look back, we didn't have traditions that I could pass down to my kids. And so I was like searching for like what are some traditions like we can start that I want to start with my kids. And I was just searching and groping for like something. And I thank God that my wife, she grew up with the tradition she did, and then just started creating some that I didn't even realize were traditions at the time. She was just making us do them, right?
Hey,
so
like them.
I love them now. But I didn't know, like, she was making us do certain things. So, sweetheart, can you share some of our traditions that we have as a family? But the first one that messed me up was making us eat dinner at the table.
Oh, that shouldn't be a tradition, but
see what I'm saying? I grew up, we didn't eat at the table.
Yeah.
We'd get our own plate. I eat on the couch, eat in the bedroom. You just eat wherever. Everyone ate on their own. We did not sit at the table. She made us come and sit down at the table. So let's just start there.
Well, yeah, I mean, you know, the children were little, you know, you deal with mealtime, you know, as best as you can. But then when they got big enough, I was like, we need to get a dinner table. And you push, what do we need a dinner table for? I'm like, no, we need a dinner table for dinners, you know. And so we got the dinner table and made it a tradition to have dinner every night or most nights, you know, especially when we were homeschooling, we were able to do it most nights. You know, as the kids gotten older and we have different schedules, we don't get to do it as often, but when we do, and we at least do it at least once or twice a week at minimum. Yeah, and it's been some of the most sacred times times I think we've had in terms of just getting to know each other, laughs, joy, memories. So yeah, dinner was one of them. I mean, and a lot of them are centered around holidays. You know, the trimming the tree. You know, last one to the cars, riding egg, last tag,
getting the Christmas
Easter
tree.
egg hunt, getting the Christmas tree,
setting the Christmas
tree up. Like we have just different patterns of this Saturday morning breakfast. We always Saturday morning is our one morning that, you know, it's the pancakes. That's, you know,
they're so good.
Eggs and
homemade
we sit
pancakes
at the table. But again, that was a tradition that was passed down to Saturday mornings at our house growing up. That was the good breakfast day. You know, during the week, you might grab a cereal bar, get a bowl of cereal, oatmeal here or there. But Saturday mornings, we had big breakfast. So, I mean, you know, I'm sure we can share more as we go along. But there's so many snow cone day on the first.
What's snow cone day? What is snow cone day?
Well,
when is that?
It's July 1st, right? The beginning of summer, where we pull out the snow cone machine and get snow cones. And I mean, you just
Why did we start that?
Because I liked ice and you got me a snow cone machine, and so we implemented snow cone day.
And we were going away for the 4th of July, and the kids were like, well, we were like, well, can we have some snow cones before we leave?
Mm-hmm.
And it started on July 1st. Mm-hmm. And so July 1st is just snow cone day. She brings out her snow cone machine, and we eat our snow cones. Back to dinner. We do during dinner time, best conversations, but we also have, like, you know, we used to start with questions, like what's the best part of your day, worst part of your day, something you learned, something that made you laugh today,
what'd you do for others,
and something you did for others. And everyone went around the table and answered that question. And those are just traditions that to me are so precious for our family.
And you started the questions.
I started the question. She made us eat. I made us talk. And so, and then there's no cell phones at the table.
No cell phones.
Right.
Or electronics. Yeah.
Other traditions. Okay, there's the Thanksgiving meal that you make really nice for us. Like she has these special recipes that like just make everybody smile, and so that Thanksgiving is one. The Thanksgiving meal is a big one.
And the end of August meals. Oh. The Jello Delight and the chicken sandwiches. That's always his. We do those indulgences after August, the celebratory meal.
Thank you. Listen, August was like the hardest month of my year for 20 something years, because I was speaking sometimes 20, 30, 40 times a month in a different state every day,
eating salads and water
or junk food or whatever, but just trying to survive. And so to celebrate the end of another successful speaking tour, I would come home, man, and she would surprise me with like my Jello Delight. It's the special delight that she makes that she learned from somebody. I don't even know how to describe it, but it's just like so good. It's so good.
Fat boy cheesecake.
Yeah, my boy Torres in the Bahamas calls it Fat Boy cheesecake, but it is so good. And then the Alice's chicken sandwiches. Like you seen Popeye's chicken sandwiches, there's the Alice chicken sandwiches. Everybody in the family lights up when Mama's about to make some Alice chicken sandwiches.
Well, when anybody leaves, we have this tradition of like, you know, and honestly, I think, you know, we joke about it. You know how when you look in those old country movies, when somebody's coming to town and people standing by the road, and then the car drives by and the kids start running by the car. I think it kind of is it's related to that, because my parents are from the South, Mississippi and Texas. But when anybody ever leaves our house, we just sprint alongside the car. Like, you know, they start off slow, and then like by the end of the block, everybody's in a full sprint as fast as the car goes. Like, I got that, but we do that too. So I said our neighbors probably think we're crazy.
We be full out sprinting.
Full sprints.
I'm talking about like cheek to cheek, like knees to nipples, like
waving.
Waving. Those are great traditions that bind us together.
Yes.
What about like chocolate fountain?
Oh, those are our New Year's. We'd always, for New Year's, because, well, it was partly because when the children were really, when the children are really, we used to go to the watch night service or the celebratory service at church that starts at 10:30 or 11 p.m. But when the kids are really little, it's really difficult to do those types of services. And when we literally had like a 1, 2, and 3-year-old for like several years, so we started to create our own New Year's tradition. We get sparkling apple cider, and then we get fondue, and we chop up fruit and do our sparkling apple cider and fondue for New Year's Eve. That was one of our traditions.
I love it.
That we did for many years.
I love it.
Look, our travels.
So that's another, I was going to transition to travels.
Well, yeah.
So traveling is another tradition that we've created in the Scott family. Like Scott family travels are like really one of the highlights of our lives.
Yeah.
Every year we just look forward to taking a trip. And so we have a couple traditions with regard to our trips. We have a marriage anniversary trip.
22 years so
22
far.
years,
Every year.
going on 23. Every year.
Just us.
Alice and me go away
Somewhere.
2 to 3 days somewhere. And there,
He always says he's going to go without me if I don't go.
I'm like, you ain't got to come. I'll tell you, one
You
person
celebrating
is
your
going to celebrate his wedding. So if I'm going to be out there by myself, I'm going to be out there by myself. We learned that from some role models of ours, Bob and Marsha Long. They used to take a pastor couple, they used to take an annual vacation for their marriage every year. And the kids were like, Mommy, Daddy, why do you have to leave? And he asked them, or Marsha asked, do you want Mommy and Daddy to stay together? And they said, yeah. Well, then you need to let us go away and celebrate our marriage. And so we kept that with us. And Alice and I have tried every year to go somewhere. And we have a list of places like that we've been, Jamaica, Paris, like we're going somewhere. Early on, we did it within the States, right? But then we started branching out as the kids got older. That marriage anniversary trip is essential for us. And then there's the family trip. Tell them about the family trip.
Every year, especially when sometime in the summer, we just plan out places we want to visit, or even sometimes the kids, they be countries or places they want to go visit, and we plan for the year for that destination. And it's always been like we've all got involved. We'll get travel books, we'll do Google searches, we'll learn the language. We've had tutors, we'll get the currency, we'll learn about their culture. It's been like a really good, I think everybody looks forward to family vacation every year.
Absolutely.
And we pack up, we go to the REI store and get good walking boots and travel gear, and we get our tickets, and then over the years we handled it ourselves. Once we book our ticket, then we try to typically stick to Airbnbs because it's 5 of us and it's easier to do an Airbnb than several hotel rooms. But the traveling has been amazing in terms of just the memories we've been able to share, the experiences we've shared.
What are some of your favorite places?
Oh my goodness, dear.
Or memories?
One of my favorites, we went to Africa in 2018, and it was like life changing. One of my favorite moments, we went to the pyramids at Giza and we rode camels, and Burke was about 8 or 9, wasn't she? 2018.
Maybe. She was little.
Yeah, 8 or 9. And I thought she would get on my camel, but
she was 8. Yeah.
Yeah, Dad insisted that she get her own camel, and there was a person there that held the rope, and he was like, she can handle it. So Bert got on her own camel, and when you get, I don't know if you've ever ridden a camel, but you have to kind of angle your body back at an angle while it's bent, and then it rises up and you have to kind of get up with it. And Bert was kind of freaking out, but everybody had their own camels. You, Dad, Manny, our son Manuel, Christopher, Berkeley, and myself. And I mean, it was just such a moment of joy. That one always stands out for me. Everybody was excited. Like, nobody was like mad or tired. We were all like elated and like delighted to just not only be riding on camels together with the pyramids in the background all together, and then you're like riding on a camel. It was just, for me, that really stood out. It was just a moment when it was a joy-filled moment, I think, for our whole family, where everybody was like juiced and happy and excited. That one stands out for me. What about you? That's a good question.
So many. I love that one.
Yeah.
Oh man, I love hiking to the top of Machu Picchu with Manuel, swimming with dolphins with the children in Zanzibar, tracking gorillas in Uganda, and Chris.
All the ones where I wasn't involved, huh?
Yeah. Alice is not real fond of animals.
All the ones where I
Yeah,
didn't
you rode
participate.
a camel though. But
Yeah, but that wasn't like.
no, those
dolphins in
are
the
great.
sea.
Riding the hot air balloon
That
with
was
the
nice.
family in Luxor. Sleeping in the Serengeti, the safari in the Serengeti with the family, and sleeping like with the lion next to your tent, and you're telling me like it's over and I love you and I'll see you in heaven like that. These are traditions.
Yeah.
So when the family gets together and when the kids start telling stories about our travels, it is so wonderful, man.
It is.
So these are just some of the traditions we've created. I know there are others, but what are some of your traditions that have blessed you that you think others might benefit from? So add that in the comment section. Be sure to like this video if you want more content like this. We're doing our best to share practical wisdom to help people flourish in every area of their lives, in terms of marriage, parenting, in terms of wealth creation, entrepreneurship, real estate investing, and things like that. We're using this season of our lives to pour into others, to mentor others, to be role models for others. And so if you have any questions, put them in the comments and share this with others who maybe are looking for ideas about developing or creating traditions. I should have said this at the beginning. When you start off with and you come from a very dysfunctional family, you are trying to figure it out. And you just don't know what to do. Sometimes you just don't know what to do. Like you don't know what you don't know. But then you get into a situation and you're like, I feel like I'm supposed to know something here, but I don't. And I wanted to create videos like this for those of you out there who feel that. Like, I don't know how to be a good husband. I don't know how to be a good dad. I don't know what a healthy marriage looks like. I don't know how to argue in a way that's constructive. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know how to resolve conflicts with my wife without it going downhill, or my husband. I don't know how to navigate these challenges. How do I be a dad I never had? How do I raise kids if I've never really seen it done? These are the reasons why I want to create some of these videos. And a lot of what I've learned from her or with her. And she's been so patient, so gracious. And so I've asked her to join me because I want you to learn from one of my best teachers, and who's like just been more dear to me than my own heart's blood. And so I'm probably going to end this video and go make out or something. Be sure to like and subscribe and share, and we'll see you soon. Thanking you for watching.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.